Hello fellow adventurers, this is Jack from MABRIK, and today we're going to talk about the brand new and spanking monster manual that just came out. We also got the art cover version at the same time this time, so yay! What's new, what's changed, and should you get one is the main question. Let's break it down. Firstly, more monsters, which is, very fitting. I mean, it's the sheer number of creatures. The 2014 version of the monster manual had about 350, and the new one has around 500. Not everyone from the original made the cut into the new one, but the options are just mind-staggering. There's just so much variety and chance encounter you can introduce with the new options. And this also includes a variety of about 40 NPCs that have been included with the manual itself. This makes it easier to populate your worlds with diverse characters to go beyond the usual bandits and cultists. Some classic creatures that were missing from the previous edition have also made a triumphant return, while others have undergone name changes or been removed entirely. Speaking of mechanical changes, some monsters have been completely reworked. For example, the Tarask, one of D&D's most infamous and nearly unkillable creatures, has lost its regeneration ability, meaning players now have a real chance to bring it down without excessive magical intervention. And while we are on the topic, here are top 5 of the most interesting monsters that have been added to the book. Number 1, Blob of Annihilation. Sounds like fun. Arch Hag. Had that as my math teacher once, I think. Haunting Revenant. Daniel on his good days. Elemental Cataclysm. Me in the mornings. Vampire Umbral Lord. And that's me in the evenings. Moving on. So, next up, usability enhancements. As it always is with good or bad design, in the previous edition of the Monster Manual, the biggest grievance was it was very difficult to find relevant information about monsters on the fly during campaigns. The 2024 Monster Manual, though, has improved usability by organizing monsters alphabetically rather than by creature type. Who even thought it was a good idea in the first place? I mean, come on guys. This makes it far easier to find what you need right off the bat. Stat blocks have also been revamped to include habitats, treasure, and gear, helping to ground these creatures in the world and make encounters more immersive. However, the treasure system is a bit inconsistent. Others are oddly lacking in this area. If you're a DM who likes rewarding players with unique monster-based treasure, you may need to supplement this information with your own homebrew ideas. Next up, the challenge ratings have been rebalanced. That is right, they have been fine-tuned to align better with actual gameplay difficulty. In the past, some monsters were too deadly or too weak for their CR, leading to unbalanced encounters. One of the most exciting aspects for high-level play is the addition of more high CR monsters. This includes terrifying new foes like the Arch Hag, covered this, and the Elemental Cataclysm, respectively CR is 21 or 22. If your party has been steamrolling encounters, this new change will definitely put it all to the test. So, as it seems like a recurring theme in all of our D&D videos, next up is artwork. It's just spectacular. If you flip through the book, there is definitely enough here to tickle anyone's fancy about fantasy-based artwork, and the new pictures are very much alive and more dynamic, always on the move, which brings the characters somehow better to life. I just noticed. Ah, there's that new book smell. Takes me back to elementary school, when I still had hope for life. It's all good. So, artwork, love it. Same as all the other videos. Absolutely stellar. I think it's now time for the final verdict. Is it worth getting one? The Monster Manual is a must-have thing for any dungeon master regardless. But I think with all the changes made, it is definitely warranted. Just on basis of better organization of data, the sheer amount of new creatures and monsters and whatnot to encounter there in the wilds. But it's everyone's cup of tea. Some people may look at the 2014 edition, especially if they don't do or run as many games, and be totally fine with this, because it's fine. But I think if you love crafting adventures and keeping all of your party on their tippy toes, this is definitely one of those must-have things. I mean, if you already have the Dungeon Master's Guide and the Player's Handbook as updated versions, you're gonna want to complete the set anyways, right? But do let us know, what do you think about the new Monster Manual? Is it worth having? Are you happy with the changes, or do you want to stick to the 2014 version? Do let us know in the comments, and subscribing and liking stuff is fun. Thank you.